The vice presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Ahmed Buhari, has said Nigeria spends about $5.2 billion to import agricultural products. Ahmed made this known as he interacted with party faithful and supporters at the Nasarawa Town Hall meeting on Tuesday, 15th November 2022. In Nigeria, agriculture accounts for about 24% of Nigeria's GDP. Despite this, food security has proved impossible to achieve as the sector struggles to become the cornerstone of the Nigerian economy. Ahmed discussed how the government has neglected the agricultural sector in the nation and the challenges experienced by people in that sector. He went on to note some issues which include Boko Haram, bandits, Fulani herders conflicts, amongst others. The vice presidential hopeful highlighted that the institutions created for helping farmers and herders are useless in avoiding their various responsibilities.
And I think it's important for us to understand that as this country stands today, we are currently spending about $5.2 billion just to import agricultural produce from outside this country. When we have a state like Nasarawa, where all you see is arable land that can give you and grow you anything that you desire, God-given land. But one of the reasons why we're going through all of the problems we are going through and spending so much money in terms of importing food that we can actually grow here is because our leaders have lost their minds. It's because our leaders have gone out of control, which is why it's important for us to think out of the box and say, if we're spending this much money, what can we do to make sure that this money remains in this country so that it doesn't go out of this country? So I'll give you an example. A lot of people from Nasarawa who work with me in Abuja, young boys, and when it's rainy season, they tell me, Oga, please allow us, we want to go to the farm. And so they go away for 6 weeks, go back to the farm in Nasarawa and then come back. The last 5 years or 4 years or so, they don't go back home as much as they used to. And what they tell me is that herdsmen, killer herdsmen, bandits, even when we finish the harvest, we cannot transport our produce to markets. And so before you know it, everything has been destroyed. Some of these goods are perishable goods. So we thought of a plan, myself, my principal, His Excellency Dumebika Chiku. What can we possibly do to see that these clashes between communities, local farmers, herdsmen, and landowners can be put to rest in such a way that we stop this fighting and understand that there is money to be made by farmers, there is money to be made by herdsmen, so that we understand that herdsmen, anytime you cross people's farmland, you have actually crossed their own money. And anytime they attack your own cattle, they have actually attacked your own money. But by the time we make everybody realize that only dairy products, what is dairy products? Milk, no. We spend about $1.5 billion annually just to bring milk into this country, in a country that has over 6 million cattle. It doesn't make any sense. So what are we going to do collectively to see that this money remains in this country, so that all these people that I just mentioned that have been fighting each other, by the time they see that there's so much money that we can make if they just relax and let us organize this whole process. I know you must have not heard about NCAM, Nigerian Center for Agricultural Mechanization, that was created for the purpose of having the right farm implements. Go and look at it in Abuja. It's dead. But people are collecting money every day as salaries. Meanwhile, their ministries are all over the states doing nothing. What Agricultural Rural Institute. It's an institute that was created for us to organize with the rural farmers and these herdsmen to ensure that we do the right things. But it's dead. Yet, people are allocating money to those ministries every year and collecting money. What happened to DIFRI? Chairman Nasarawa, I'm sure you remember DIFRI. Directorate for Federal Rural Infrastructure. DIFRI's responsibility was to create access roads from the farmlands to the marketplaces so that these farmers can easily get their products down to the farmland, down to the markets. What happened to DIFRI? Dead. The Dumebi administration will revive all of this. And we will ensure that for those who are interested in ensuring that you support the country by going back into agriculture, we would support you and ensure that the entire value chain of agriculture is realized. What is the entire value chain?
Speaking further, he promised the Dumebi Kachiku administration will revive the institutions and also support those in the agricultural sector.